Well, hello friends, and welcome to My Hobby Home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. This is actually being recorded Saturday afternoon. Guys, I'm going to tell you, it has been a struggle today. I have wanted to sleep all day long. I got up bright and early thinking, oh, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to start sewing. I'm going to get some videos out today because y'all know on the weekend I try to get out as many videos as possible, especially right now. I've been watching the weather, and the day you're seeing this, we are supposed to have some pretty severe weather again, but they say not as bad as it was when the tornadoes came through. Hopefully we don't have any tornadoes at all, and I know I look kind of today, but it's okay. It's okay as long as I get to sew. It's okay. So this morning I got up. I thought, okay, I'm just kind of feeling a little draggy this morning. Took my shower, thought that'd make me feel better. No, I wanted to sleep after I had my shower. So I did, I slept. And so, I'm just listening to my body more this year. I've had a lot going on with the holidays. And we're supposed to have severe weather Sunday. And then possibly again, well, on the 10th, I think is what I saw this morning, we may actually have snow here in North Louisiana. Can y'all believe that? I can't. I'm stunned. I'm excited. I love snow. But if we get snow, I have to work in it. So, which I'm fine. I'm fine if I have to work in it because I love the snow. Not so much the ice, but I do love the snow. I guess because we don't get it a lot, so I really love it. But I thought, okay, I'm going to get up and get on it today. No. I literally got up, took my shower, I sat back down and fell asleep. And I'm kind of nursing a little head junk right now. Everybody has it going on. It's what my grandbaby had going on. Just drainage. Nothing major. But you know how it kind of makes you feel, pooped out. Well, it's had me there. It really has today. But I don't feel bad or anything. I'm just tired. And but I was like, okay, if I go in there and sew, that's going to be what gets me up. So now we're rolling on about 4 p.m., and I'm just now getting in here, which is fine. My husband ran to Subway and got us some sandwiches, really to wake me up because I got on a binging of forgotten foods. And y'all, I'm telling you, back in the day, they ate everything in a Jello mold. That was one of the things that's forgotten foods. So let me get on, tell you what I'm sewing today. I know you saw the thumbnail, so you know what I'm sewing. But there's a little twist to mine. What I am working on is the Bella Rose mystery quilt that came in the Advent box. Well, as I started working it, I realized it was going to be very scrappy. I don't have I have the final clue still in my box over there that shows exactly what the pattern is going to be. But I can tell you, it's going to say Merry and then Christmas. Or if you're looking at it, it's going to say Merry here and Christmas here. And I did not want that to be real scrappy. I wanted my lettering to all be the same. And then at the bottom, it looks almost like an Irish chain kind of thing going on. So I wanted all of that to be the same color too. Or at least the crisscrosses to all be the same colors. So what I did, I know I've already done my M's and I've already done my little 4 patches. But I'm redoing them because I want it to not be scrappy. So what I'm doing, I am going to just start on the lettering. Once I have all the lettering done, then I will move to the next thing. So today, my goal today is to do the letters M, E, and R. We're hoping. So that may not be what happens. I may not get all of the M's, the E's, and R's done. But it's a goal. I have all of my fabric here. I think this is from Sunkiss, maybe? I can't remember. I can't remember what that comes from. But it is a, let's see, who is it? What I was working yesterday, Sweetwater. I think that's a Sweetwater fabric. But we are just going to get onto this. I've got to separate my colors here. I have not marked anything, and I'm not going to mark anything. I'm being a rebel again today. I'm not marking anything. So we are taking 2 E-squares. It says mark a diagonal. We're not going to do that. So we got to only get 2 of them. And I'm guessing this is my E-square. Yeah, because we have 4 of them. So let me get 2 of them out. And I love how this pattern breaks down. It tells you how many to cut, and then over to the side it tells you how many is in each block. So I'm taking 2 of them, and then I am to take 2 of my little red ones. So we're making some half square triangles, and it tells me to sew on the marked seam. So I'm not doing 1/4 of an inch on each side. I'm just doing 1/4 of an inch away from the seam. I gotta try to get my chair over here, y'all. I have my mat that my chair is on is given out because it's been in here for probably 10 years. And where I have to roll my chair across it, there's a hole in the mat. I need to just take this mat up and get me a new one. But these things are not cheap. So feel free if anybody wants to help, and hey, super chat me $1 or $2. I'll sure take it and get me a new mat. No, do not do that. I am just playing. Do not do that. Just playing. Okay, so I need to take these off and trim 1/4 of an inch away. I guess I better cut my iron on. Y'all, today I am so behind on everything. Not even thinking about what I need to do. I just want to sew. That's all I want to do. I just want to sew today. And I was hoping maybe to get this video out for you guys for Sunday morning. And then, of course, I don't do my updates until Sunday afternoon. Probably late in the afternoon, actually. Sunday evening. But I was hoping to get this one done. And I was going to bring y'all along on... Well, I'm going to cut out my granddaughter's. Okay, so that's one. I'm going to cut out my granddaughter's little romper. I was hoping. I really need to do this when I have her. And I'll have her again this month, one weekend in January. Because my daughter-in-law is really good about that. She tries to make sure I have a weekend of the month, every month, to spend time with my grandbaby. Because they are so far away, you know, and she knows I love that little baby girl. Oh my goodness. She is so precious. My grandson is too. He's precious. Oh, my babies and my grandbabies are precious. But what mama don't say that. They are precious. Now my grown kids, they get on my nerves. But them grandbabies, my goodness, they got my heart. My kids have my heart too. But them grandbabies, my goodness. I tell anybody that asks me, you know, They don't need to ask me in a job interview. Well, I'm not going to be doing no job interviews, but if they ever ask me what my purpose is in life, it's to be a grandma. That's my purpose in life. I believe that's why I was put here. Okay, so it says press it to the E square. Oops, I didn't press it to the E. Let me do that just to make sure everything goes right. I always press everything to the dark, and the E square is actually my background, which is white. But we're going to press it out. And then we're going to fold it the other way to make sure we do it correctly. I guess pressing it to the dark side is just such a habit. And y'all see I got a little jacket on. I have kept my heat around 66 in my house today because I didn't want it kicking on. So I just throw a little jacket on. It may not match. It may not look pretty, but you know what? My sewing machine don't know no difference. It don't know what I'm doing, so it's okay. Let's see what our B fabric is. I think it's this one right here. Okay, so I have those two, and now it's telling me to take 2 more of my little white squares and putting them on the top of these. You'd think I would remember this, but I don't, because I've already done this once, but I don't remember it. It took me a little while, and you'll see my first video was right there, probably right around Christmas, maybe a little before. But when I did it the first time, I was just following the instructions, and I was going to do it a clue at a time. But I don't know, I'm really... Scrappy is really hard for me to do, even though I love Scrappy. I think it's beautiful, but it's very hard for me to do because I really like things to be uniform. I don't know, call it whatever you want to call it. I just like things a certain way. I'm going to have to quit putting that out of my reach. Okay, make sure everything... It might not have been perfect, but it's okay. Checking which side I have to trim off. But I hope you all are having a wonderful Sunday. I've been watching everyone that's going to be getting this weather that's coming through. And I hope you all are safe and protected, you know, have your heat, have your backup power. We're not going to get what states north of us is going to get, but I hope you all are safe and warm and have all the necessaries that you need to stay warm, and food. I know I told y'all yesterday, I believe, about the couple that I watch, the Hillbillies. And the wife's name is Megan. I can't remember her name for anything, but he put a video out again today. I love watching them. I love watching their 2 little children grow up. They've got some beautiful, smart little children. And they were talking about they are getting ready for the storm. And he was talking about, y'all don't understand if you don't live in the mountains. He's like, with ice, he's like, if we get ice, we're in. We can't leave because the mountains, you know, there are twists, turns, ups, downs. And he was talking about just to get in their driveway, if there was ice, they would miss one of the turns and they'd go over the edge of the mountain. Or he said cliff or something like that. They'd go over the edge. Just not a good thing. So I was thinking, man, that's not good. Oh, so I'm supposed to make a flying geese here. What am I making a flying geese with? Oh, Lord, I did the wrong thing. Okay, I wasn't supposed to make half square triangles. So I am taking those out. At least I still have my point on it. These are actually supposed to be making flying geese. I don't know why I misread that all the way. So for my new people, I'm the one that you don't really want to watch to see how things are done, which sometimes I do them right. But my goal is to show you that it doesn't matter if you mess up. It can always be fixed. It's just fabric. You just take it apart and then re-sew it if possible. Even though I did cut this, I am going to turn them into flying geese because I still have my points. So that I can still make those into flying geese. Now I've never done that before. Normally I just recut the fabric, but I don't want to do that. Even though I do have some of the red and some of the white in the size that these are, I could easily cut a couple squares. But I don't want to do that. I want to use what I have and see what we can do. And I'm going ahead and pressing them flat because it's just easier if you press that seam back out. Okay, so these, now I have to think about how it's going to be done. So actually, okay, so what I'm having to do is put them on this way. See if you can see that. And I will put the corners together, the corner and the top, since I did it wrong. But it's okay. I'm fixing it. I am able to, excuse me, I'm not fixing. I am going to fix it. Trying to not give you the southern country dialect here. Make it a little easier to understand there. And I'm going to do the other one as well. So y'all see, normally my mess ups happen right early on in the beginning when I start sewing. And this is like the very first step. I didn't even get to the first step without messing up. But it's okay, because it all worked out in the end. We're going to cut these two up my little trim here. And I know the one is already trimmed, so that's easy. Get it over here to press out. So once again, guys, I hope y'all are all safe. I know we have some pretty tough stuff coming through. And like I said, I was talking about the hillbillies. But he was talking about how they go and they get enough food and stuff. And he's like, they have a little power bank. And they get food and cook food up. You know, they have a generator that'll keep their fridge going for them. So their food will be okay. And he's like, and they have a little, like I don't know what it's called, like a Coleman stove or something like that. That they have a stove that I think can run off of propane or something like that. But he was just talking about how they prepare to be at home for at least a week. So I thought that was pretty, you know, a good thing to think about that early on. So I have my two flying geese units. Now I need to make another flying goose unit. Let me see what my D is. It's going to be the white of the same color. And then I have the two reds that I've already used that I will have to fix. But that will be okay. See, it's good to mess up and learn how to fix it, because messing up is not the end of the world. So we are going to do it the same exact direction. Okay, I need to check this fabric here because it looks like it's a little bit bigger than it needs to be. Well, my red may be smaller than it needs to be. But what I will do is make sure to line it up where I know it will be flipping. But it looks like my red was cut about 1/8 of an inch. Maybe not even that. But I'm sure we can make it work out. Sometimes that happens when you cut. You get off just a little bit. Your ruler may move a little bit. And it happens. Not a big deal. I mean, fabric does move for a reason. So now I'm going to use my red pieces that I had messed up with. We're going to see if we can't get this going. And we will have our flying geeses done here in no time. I was trying to think if there's anything I need to, like, tell y'all about. You know, like some exciting news, anything like that. There's always so much going on that is so exciting that you just don't want to miss out on anything. I know I don't. Well, guys, I am going to have to take this jacket off because it is now a little warm. One moment. Now I have my second flying geese unit set done. So we're going to set those out of the way and see what our next step is. So pretty much we will start putting these together. I need to put my center section together first, which is our flying geese. And what I'm doing is positioning them so I can just pick them up and sew them together. But I was telling you about doing my granddaughter's little outfit. I was wanting to do that today, and I still may do it this evening. Because, I mean, it is only 4 o'clock. So I have plenty of time to get this done. And then to cut hers out. But I really do need to wait until I have hers so I can get her measurements. Now, her mama has sewn her like a little skirt. And so her mama sews too a little bit. So I know her mama could get me her measurements if need be. But I should be having her by the end of the month sometime. So I'll be able to get her measurements then. Funny thing, when I picked up that fabric, they did not have any fabric at all for like a little boy outfit. So my grandson, I may just have to buy him a Valentine's Day outfit. Or I may just have to make him a romper out of some type of camouflage looking something. But I'm hoping that what I'll probably do is just make him a little outfit like camo or something and I'll just make it like camo so he can wear it. I may not even do camo. I may just do like a light denim, a chambray maybe, and make him a little outfit. And that would be cute. Have him a little Valentine's Day outfit and see if we can't get the 2 babies together to take Valentine's Day photos. Because I really don't have. I got some beautiful photos of my baby girl for Christmas. But my grandson didn't get any Christmas photos. I know it's probably because Mama works all the time. And is very, very busy. And did not have the opportunity to get him in for a photo session. We're going to have to do the JCPenney's where my daughter-in-law, my son and daughter-in-law live. They still have their photo booth there where you can, photography set where you can go in and actually take photographs. And I think next time I'm going to tell them we just need to get them all together. That we all need to just get together and do photos for the babies. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking my long white strip and my long red strip, and I'm just going to sew one on each one of these and then press it out. And my goodness, I'm already almost at an hour and I don't even have my M put together. But I'm doing 2 of them at one time. And both of them have, you know, a red and white strip on each side of it. So I can go on and sew all of these together and press them out and get ready to assemble them. So this is my second go around on the letter M. Maybe I can get the E up in here. At least have an M and an E. Because I think I only have one E that I have to do. Because it says Merry Christmas. So we only have one E in that. Have those done. So now I will attach one to each side. This is making the legs of our M. But yeah, I had a whole weekend planned of sewing. That did not happen. I was wanting to finish up cleaning. That didn't happen either. Because my exterminator is coming Tuesday. So I definitely want to have some stuff where he can get in and take care of the issue. So instead of me sewing tonight, that's probably what I'm going to do. But I had to get this in there for you guys. So this technically is not a new project for 2025. It is a following up project from 2024. Once again, this is the Bella Rose Quilt Advent Box. And it is their mystery quilt. And y'all, it is beautiful. It is a beautiful, beautiful quilt. So now I'm going to have a couple Christmas quilts. And I hope in 2025 I finish several more Christmas quilts. I hope to finish this year the Bella Rose Mystery Quilt. I hope to finish the brown bag mystery quilt that I did last year. And I just never finished it, but I can't show it on the channel. So I may just come and do a, not necessarily a sew along, but a hey, let's chit chat. And what are you sewing? This is what I'm sewing. And because I never knew it was an issue to sew a designer's pattern, even though I wasn't giving out measurements. But I want to finish that quilt because I do love the fabrics. And you know, I picked out which fabric I wanted to do. I think I kind of figured out what happened. I didn't know that multiple shops could do the brown bag mystery. And the designer actually told me that the shops are the ones that kit it up. And I'm thinking the person that complained was another shop owner, because technically I was promoting the shop that I purchased it from, because I didn't know other shops did it. So maybe somebody else was getting business and they weren't for the brown bag mystery. I don't know. But I didn't, when I found brown bag mystery, I looked it up, and this was the only shop that I saw anything about with it. And there was like no promoters, no nothing on there. And I thought I found the next best thing, because it's a fabulous idea. But if I can't sew it on my channel and give credit where credit is due, then I'm not going to do it. So if they had another one, I don't know. Because if I can't sew it on my channel with you guys, I'm not going to do it. So I have my M's completed here. So now I'm going to my E's. I'm not doing it how I did before, because in the clues it has us doing, let me show you here. It has us doing like a block and a letter and then a block. Well, I'm only going to be doing the letters, and I will be doing the blocks later. So now I am on to my E's. I have all of my fabrics here for my E's. Maybe I can get these right. I'm telling you, I can really mess something up. I really can. I have to see how long these are, because there's several that's... Okay, it says this is going to require 2 for each block. So I have 2. Okay, so I have 2 blocks that I need to put together. So a C, and I only have 1 for the block. This should be pretty quick. And I'm taking little strings off of it, y'all, because I got little strings all over right here where I trim that off. And what is our 8? We have a little background piece. 1 little background piece. And I will get that sewn and pressed out. Okay, so now I have this one ready to start stacking and sewing together. So I'm going to trim my little thread. That's why I have threads everywhere over here. What I'm doing is laying them out in the order they're going to be in. And the E should go pretty quick like. Now leave it to me. Leave it to me, I'm telling you. So, and I will tell y'all, I was telling you about Stitched in Faith, about the sew along they were doing. It's not a Riley Blake. I done forgot who it is again. But it's not a Riley Blake. I thought it was a Riley Blake, but it's not Riley Blake. It's another designer. But they're doing a sew along with them. So, because I actually saw the blocks online today where they were talking about doing the sew along. And it's some beautiful blocks. I wouldn't mind doing the sew along because I love a block quilt. Now don't get me wrong, I love this quilt too, but I love a block quilt. It just reminds me of, things my grandma did. Let's see, it looks like we are pressing up on this one. So I have these two, and I'm going to go ahead and assemble these together, and I still have a piece over here that needs to assemble on the bottom. And I want to ask some people's opinion on a subscription box. Now, I know I've said I was wanting to bring some different things to the channel, and one of them is a different subscription box. Now, I know this box does have quilting in it as well, but it is mainly an embroidery subscription box. The box that I'm wondering about is the Kimberbell. If someone gets that, can you please tell me what you think about that box? I know there's more than one, I'm very interested in getting the one that has the projects in it, so I can actually do a project and expand my skill with my embroidery machine. That, you know, my embroidery module for my machine, because I just want to expand my knowledge a little bit more. And I think embroidery is a beautiful addition to quilts. So I think that would be a great thing to do, is to add an embroidery subscription box, because I don't feel like I am fully utilizing my machine if I don't learn all of the things that it does. And my machine, I've had my machine just a little over a year, and I am still learning, y'all. And I will tell you, this is one of the best purchases that, in conjunction with my husband, that I feel like I've ever made. Because it is something I use absolutely every day. I can't tell you in the past year, maybe a handful of days I did not sew. Because it is literally like sewing heals me. You know, it just feeds my soul, makes me happy. And it's a good source of happiness, you know. But we got our E done. I'm wondering, can I get my R done? I have to make 3 R's. Do I think I can get... No, I'm going to pass on the R this time, but we do have our M and our E. Our 2 M's and 1 E. So hopefully I can be knocking some letters out really soon. What I'm trying to do is cut all my letters out right now, and I only got to my R's. And so yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I know this is just a quick little snippet here for you on this Sunday morning. Batten down the hatch. Hope everything is safe with you guys by the means of the weather. I hope you're safe. Give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet, please subscribe. Click on that notification bell so you don't miss a thing this year. We're going to have lots of stuff coming. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I'm sure 2025 is going to be fabulous for all of us. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. And let's make 2025 fabulous. Bye, guys.